Hello friends, and welcome to today's ASMR Reiki Healing Energywork Session. Today's session is an intuitive healing session connected to the shifting energies of the lunar nodes. During this energetic healing session, I'm going to be talking a little bit about these shifting energies. If that sounds good, let's begin. My intention for today's ASMR Reiki Healing Energywork Session is to aid us in energetically shifting and settling into these lunar energies, aiding us in connecting to the lunar nodes, understanding their shifting energies, and allowing these energies to empower us as we walk forward on our path, aiding us in releasing any energies that are no longer serving and replenishing our energies with those that are in alignment with our individual needs and wants. If you would like to add your own intention, do so now. The North Node of the moon will be shifting from Taurus to Aries. The South Node of the moon will be shifting from Scorpio to Libra. This cosmic shift takes place on July 17th, 2023, and will begin an 18-month cycle that will run till January 11th, 2025. The lunar nodes shift every 18 months and influence where our eclipse axis will be during this time. The lunar nodes are a mathematical point calculated between the sun and moon. They carry symbolic aspects as they are not planetary bodies. They are always located in opposition of each other, and they create a very powerful eclipse axis that is charged during eclipse season. A very powerful cosmic connection. On a collective level, the lunar nodes and the influence of their positioning, the zodiac signs that they are in, indicates our evolution and growth as a society, as a collective, and as a whole. It indicates the themes and lessons we are destined to work through that are going to come to light during this time, influencing where we see ourselves, where we see our future, and how we overcome and integrate the past as a whole. On a personal level, the nodal energy will influence us all differently. It's interesting to look at the themes and energies that these nodal points are going to bring to light as they may influence and guide us during the next 18 months. How these effects and influence manifest in each of our lives will depend on how we choose to embrace them, where we are on our journey, and how connected we are to our being and our surroundings, others, and the world around us. The North Node is associated with the future, with where we are heading. It's where we get curious, where we get active in who we are and who we are becoming. It is how we grow, nourish, and support ourselves. How we develop new skills, talents, and habits to aid our growth and intentional actions. Allowing us to turn up for our present and future self in our physical form. It's how we learn to be new forms, our vulnerable exploration of our ever-changing self. Often referred to as our purpose, our journey, our destiny. It is the energy of living for ourselves and adapting and growing our being as a whole. This shift from Taurus to Aries, from fixed earth to cardinal fire, from the physical self to the active self, is going to initiate our drive forward from a place of grounded passion. We have learnt who we are and what makes us comfortable. We have learnt to build and stand our ground. We have learnt to endear and push forward. Now we are going to learn to act for and from ourself, our basic initial original desirable self, allowing us to initiate our independence and step forward into our truest self unapologetically. This powerful shift into Aries, the final zodiac sign, for the nodes move backwards through the zodiac cycle, is bringing to an end this long-term cycle, this movement back to the self, the being, and allowing us to have the strength and drive to write our own destiny, reminding us that our purpose is to be, to grow, to evolve, to change, that we are here to simply be in all our forms. Our destiny is to be our truest present self and to turn up for our future self's needs. For the future holds infinite potential and abundance for all. The North Node in Aries indicates that we are moving forward more independently. Taking action for oneself. Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, representing the ability to plant seeds and providing a highly fertile energy that guides us to create, manifest, and connect to the universe for ourselves, is a fearless energy that aids us to act with confidence, to face our challenges with courage. Aries energy is fire. It's fast moving. It's driven by passion and intention. The North Node in Aries is going to illuminate where we need to take courage in our life, where we need to act for the self, where we need to forge ahead. Creating a sense of new beginnings from closure, new beginnings from aligning in our own individual placements, that is going to aid us in activating and acting towards our desires, towards the things that spark joy and abundance in our being. Alighting our purpose and allowing us to create the destiny we desire for our own independent self, allowing us to drop the actions we do for others and align within, acting from within, acting from our truest self. To balance this shift into Aries, we see the South Node shifting from Scorpio to Libra. Libra, the cardinal air sign, the sign of balance, equilibrium, and alignment, connected to our relationships, our partnerships, and how we view their beauty and value. The South Node is associated with our past experiences, where we have come from. It is about our shadows and how they make us curious, how we get familiar with them, how we illuminate them with love and understanding. It's looking at our shadows, our pain points, our past hurts and experiences, and giving them care and attention that they need to heal and be understood. From this healing, we see the lessons that allow us to grow. It's this energy of unconditional acceptance, understanding and renewal of the past for what it was. A way to compost the past and nourish our present soul. As the South Node shifts from Scorpio to Libra, we have learned about our shadows, our darker side, the places that hold us pain, that hold us in fear, that hold us in restriction, in emotional turmoil. Scorpio, the fixed water sign, the emotional depths we hold within, often holds our haunted houses, our skeletons, the things we fear and keep hidden, and the feelings that we have attached to those things. Those hidden parts of ourselves. The South Node's movements through Scorpio allowed us to see that confronting our fears from an emotional level allows us to learn to trust ourselves, to understand our emotions, and to see that there is no fear in our being on all levels. It has allowed us to remove the fears and restrictions of our hidden shadows that brought and allowed us to accept and integrate those hidden aspects of ourselves. The past can only restrict us when we hold on to it, when we can see the lessons learned and how they have helped us. We are able to grow from them. This shift into Libra, the cardinal air sign, the sign connected to relationships and how we interact and value them, how we bring balance and love to them, how we give and receive, is going to bring this deep connectivity to life as a whole, allowing us to connect with everything around us and to see our interconnectedness, to see the cause and effect of our actions and the actions of others, allowing us to begin to access this balance in connectivity and the ability to allow all to have life. This shift into Libra is going to allow us to look at the shadows we hold in the depths of our minds that are connected to how we live and interact in the world, bringing to light the causes and effects of our relationships and the ways that we think, feel, and act within them, allowing us to find a new connection to our past. To experience ourselves, we must connect with others. This connection between self and other this nodal access is going to allow us to connect deeper within, connect deeper with others, and allow us to see with clarity the balance needed between the self and the collective. This inner connectedness we hold to each other and the world around us In order for our survival, we are going to have to learn to unite, to build bridges, to bring acceptance and love to all we interact with. This justice for all is the underlying energy of this South Node in Libra, where we see the injustices of the past and can bring this into acknowledgement and balance with our present actions. We cannot build a future for the self if it does not hold a future for all. The very bones of this South Node in Libra energy is about being seen. It is about being witness and being witness, about exchanging with others and learning. The world changes through observation, as too does our relationship to those things we have, as does our relationship to those things around us that we observe and know. When we learn to see differently, and when we witness ourselves and others, our perspectives change. This continual adjustment through openness and knowledge, through connection and witnessing others, is what Libra energy is really about. It is the expansiveness of knowledge, of learning, and our ability to initiate that new knowledge into how we perceive and interact in our world. Through observing our interactions and our relationships, we are able to see how we interact with others and with ourselves. Through our relationships, our perspectives change, and with these changing perspectives, we are able to change and grow. Our relationships truly change us, allowing us to see the importance of holding balance in relationships and having the ability to adapt our perceptions as we learn and grow. The South Node in Libra is really going to have us looking at the roles we have played, the masks we have worn, the things that we have done to fit in with the world, and allow us to shed those pasts and incorporate this new perspective of who we have been into our present acknowledgement of self. Allowing us to bear witness to ourselves on a very intimate and enlightening level, allowing us to acknowledge these past selves and release the impacts they have on our current roles. It's going to aid us in shifting our relationships, shifting our values, and shifting how we bear witness to ourselves and others. It's going to bring this energy of witnessing the whole process that includes ourselves as well as our relationships and our connection to the world as a whole. A time to acknowledge when things aren't feeling right, aren't sitting right within our mind, when things are tense and cause unrest, asking us why we keep doing these things, having these interactions, staying in these roles and relationships if they aren't bringing us value, peace, and harmony. this energy of balance and harmony is going to shift our relationships from codependence to equal unity, allowing for some very powerful alignments in how we allow people into our lives and the interactions we have with others. Bringing equal independence to our approach in relationships, allowing us to see people as they are, accept people as they are, and interact with people with compassion and unconditional love. Bringing an acceptance to how we understand and approach people, how we interact and how we let those interactions affect us on an internal level. Reminding us that we are only controlled by ourselves. We can only control ourselves and how we interact, how we perceive and understand others. Bringing forward this discernment to allow us to question the true effects of our past, aiding us in putting ourselves first so that we can bring compassion and understanding to others. When we take care of ourselves, we can serve others from a place that is unconditional. These two signs, Aries and Libra, these two energy points, the North and South Node, this zodiac axis of opposites, bringing this connection of self and other, this interaction of balance and action, of deep connectivity, empowering us as a collective and individuals to see how we connect and act for ourselves and how these interactions and actions affect others, bringing to light the unity we can create independently. By allowing everyone independence, we allow balance, we allow connection, we allow understanding, we allow the self and others to exist, flourish, and grow. This nodal connection is going to teach us how to cooperate. It's going to teach us how we are all interconnected, and it's going to teach us how to lovingly interact with others from a place of self-empowerment and knowledge, a place of intentional action, and continually adapting and changing. These two energies standing in opposition, influencing and flavoring the moon's journey for the next 18 months, the eclipse season to come, and the overall underlying energies, to allow us to integrate and grow, to connect to the self and other, to become more connected to our intuition, our intuitive level of universal unconditional love and abundant growth, allowing us to integrate the self and other and to connect with the universe, those around us, and ourselves on a deeper, more emotional, more connected level of universal growth, bringing the collective consciousness and the individual into balance for all. Allowing us to shift into our individuality with an acceptance that we live in a world full of other beings, other people, other beliefs. Allowing us to stand compassionately in our actions, in our relationships, in our values, in our balance. This next 18-month cycle, bringing us into better understanding of our being, of our interactions, of our rules, how we want to turn up, how we want to balance, what we want to do, what we want to see, what we want to witness, allowing us to connect. allowing us to be. As these energies shift, allow yourself to breathe through them, knowing that the relationships in your lives will come and go, but the relationship with yourself will be the one that will continue to adapt and change, that will continue to turn up for yourselves. Focusing within allows us to connect with others. Focusing on our connection with others allows us to connect within ourselves. See the duality, see the connection, see the opposition, see the balance that comes from both opposing energies and unity, flowing harmoniously, aiding our growth, nourishing us, aligning with us. I hope that you enjoyed this session and that it aided you in connecting to these universally flowing energies, connected to yourself, to your being, to your energies, allowing you to step into this shift empowered, cleansed, renewed, rejuvenated, ready to go. Until the next time. Bye, my friends.